You know, those actors who can just disappear into a role so you can't see who they are anymore? Daniel Day-Lewis's, Robert De Niro, they disappear into a character. By season 2, you can't see Gi-hun's character from season 1. It's a different character now. He's completely evolved. Let's talk about his body. In season 1, Gi-hun's whole vibe screams anxiousness, chaos, just fidgeting. He's smiling one minute, he's crying the next. His emotions are up and down, all over the place. And that's what makes him so lovable. That's what makes the viewer love that character and care for that character. But season 2, it's completely different. Lee Jung straightens the character up. His movements are slower, heavier in the way he moves. Even when he's silent, his presence feels like it fills the frame. His anger shows through. And it's not overdone. He doesn't suddenly become some type of action hero. The pain is still there. It's just buried deep. You see it and you feel it in the way he stands still, just a bit longer than he used to, in how he barely blinks. He just has this sadness in his eyes. He's been here before. He's seen this. He's got a clenched jaw. During the entire show. He doesn't make big, grand speeches. He's not preaching to anyone. He's trying his best to convince them, but obviously he's failing to do that. And you see it all in his silences. He's just slowly getting deflated as each episode goes by because he's realizing that difficult situation that he's put himself in. Looking at him, it's so satisfying, right? I mean, like, you can just see the history in him. You know, he's showing you that he's been here before. He's seen all this. Everything that happens, it just upsets him more and more, but he's not erratic anymore. His emotions are not showing anymore. He's become almost numb. So the continuity and the evolution of the character is so impressive because he's not the same Gi-hun from season 1. He has evolved him, but there are these tiny little moments when he does soften around people sometimes, and I love those moments. Some of my favorite scenes are the little scenes in between all the crazy games, anything that happens where the gang meets up and they have a little bonding moment where they're talking about what they're going to do before the game or how well they did in the past game. I love all that. That's the best part of the show for me. I love just the interaction. And you can see there are a couple of my favorite moments when he does soften around those characters, like this scene, like when he's talking to his friend at night and his friend jokes about, and then it makes him laugh, and you suddenly see in his face season 1's Gi-hun. You see it, it comes alive, and then it goes again. But that's such a great moment. That little flicker that it's still him, still the same guy, but he just struggles and he hasn't smiled in so long. So it's sad almost when you see that. It's tiny little quirks carrying over from season 1. And so because of that, that's when you see how good this transformation is. It's still the same character. He's literally evolved him. Little moments can bring him back to the old Gi-hun, but because of what's going on around him, you only see it for just a fleeting moment. Even visually, preparation for the character, he's lost a lot of weight. He's lean, he's had no time to eat. It's like he's just been constantly focused on his mission of what he has to do. And look at him, I mean, if you just notice his face, it's almost like a bit haunting the way he looks now. His face is just constantly gaunt. Every close-up now is very striking because you can see, it's like you're watching two versions. So in a show that's just famous for its games, it's easy to overlook the quiet little battles, like the ones fought in the glances and the breaths and silence, but Lee Jung-jae's performance in season 2 is exactly that, a quiet war. Shows us instead how far he's come, or how far he's fallen, you know, into this mission that he set himself. I've only seen season 1 and 2. Season 2, I'll be honest, that for me, I think it's even better than season 1 because of the evolution of the character and all the new characters. I don't feel like they've just created another show just to continue on the games. I think they've evolved everything more. I've seen a lot of videos online about how it's not as good as the first. It's very hard to top the first, but I don't think they're trying to top the first. I think they've just got a whole bunch of new characters that are just as interesting. I love all the dynamics in there, and I'm going to be doing some more videos on the other characters because I don't want to just list them off now. Best scenes, obviously we'd have to go with the Russian roulette scene. That's just so intense, but obviously Gong Yoo's performance it's just the more interesting. He gets to play this psychopathic character, so definitely steals the show in that one. But Lee's acting is still so intense. He holds that intensity and that anger you really see that anger he has, and how he's really prepared to do anything now. You really see that sets the tone in terms of what this character is prepared to do. I like, you know, a lot of the scenes where he's trying to convince everyone, but what I like the most is the quieter scenes where he doesn't know what to do. He's really lost. Like I said, I love those little moments where he has those quiet chats with people, and when he softens, those are so important for the character, because episode 1, he's going in so hard, he's so serious, you know, and he's so determined to do this, that those little moments where he does soften, they are the best. And, you know, the show is famous for obviously the crazy games and the things that happen, and I love that as well. I love how dark this season is as well. There's some really disturbing parts that really, they take your mind somewhere, especially the stuff with the mother and the son. But for me, the best scene, and why, is the final scene. Something happens at the end, and when they're restraining Gi-hun, because we've been so distracted through the show with all the crazy games and new characters coming in, getting to know everyone, it doesn't hit you until the end that you suddenly see that this man has literally gone to hell and back. He's laid it all out on the line, and this was his shot. And you just see someone who looks like Seong Gi from season 1, but it's like, wow, it's not the same guy. He has changed, and it's so subtle, but then it's devastating when you realize, and it's just great acting.